Let's take care of two more. There are two in here that should work out well with one another because they are based on the same opportunity. So let's take care of this one, a room with a moose, assassinate Klaus with the moose. And that one is simple enough and self-explanatory. Let's throw it in with drama queen, disguise yourself as a cameraman, assassinate Klaus with an explosion during the interview. I was going to say both of them require the use of the same opportunity, but you don't need to use the opportunity to get him under the moose. You can throw stuff and manipulate him under it. I've seen people do that. But setting up this one will get him under the moose, so he's going to be under it anyway. That is the logic behind grouping those together. I don't have any of these other Reza assassination challenges planned for today. I'm going to save those for later. So instead, I'm going to make use of the poison kill again, same one I used the other day. You'll see that if this strategy works, the timing should work itself out really nicely in the end. Anyway, so this is a setup. I'm bringing the silver baller. Let's bring the beep phone. Let's bring the redacted reason phone. I'm going to try to pull off what I will call the mystery process. And the mystery process will probably be overtly obvious based on the loadout alone, which is comprised of the phone and breaching charges. Anybody who has been watching my videos for any longer than a day or two should be able to figure out what the mystery process is based on the loadout and the fact that there's a falling object in here also. Of how I'm trying to be secretive and save the approach as a surprise for later. It's obvious what it is. Default starting location is fine. Like I said, I'm going to poison Reza instead of taking care of one of those assassination challenges. This timing should be great with these two challenges and this poison kill, so let's not overcomplicate it. That is a setup. Here we go. I'm going to allow the cutscene to roll just a little bit here.
Welcome to Marrakesh, 47. The situation grows more tense by the minute.
That'll allow this guard to start moving and...
My bad.
Will allow me to pick up this wrench without him seeing it. There's the poison, there's a wrench, and there he goes. I'm gonna turn around here and make this bike explode real quick. CJ, why did you shoot the bike? Because the bike is an asshole. That is the reason. And he deserved it. There is an actual reason I shot the bike, and I'll explain that in just a few minutes, but throwing stuff while people are panicked makes them panic more and run away. That should allow me to breach open the door without anybody seeing it. And now I need the cameraman disguise. And I'm gonna try to lure him in here, but there's a guy in here. And he has a cycle in normal mode that involves coming in and out of this room, but he doesn't ever seem to move at all in pro mode. So let's get him out of the way so we can get this disguise. Oh shit, there we go. There's a cameraman right there. I'm gonna try to bring him in here with the phone. What a troll. He bumped into the guard as he was getting up to take a piss. I didn't know if I was actually going to get him, but I did. No! Fucking shit, man. I thought I was going to get seen right there. All right, now the reason I shot the bike should manifest itself in just a few seconds. Let's see if we can see it here. Yep, there he is. There is the waiter who is going to pick up and deliver Reza's food. If I had just breached that door open, that breaching charge explosion would have woken him up and would have started moving him a lot sooner. So making the bike explode not only woke him up, but it also panicked him and delayed him from starting to move, and that allowed for the timing to get ahead of him.
Command, something just...
to poison Reza's food, and he and the food would have been long gone by now. if I had just breached open that door without manipulating him somehow. The explosion turned out to be the perfect way to do that because it made him panic.
Sorry.
And
Straight
it takes NPCs a while to calm down from being panicked, and
Thanks for responding so quick. Never expected.
that made that timing possible. One of these challenges requires planting an explosive in the camera during the interview, and I don't have one because of this loadout, so let's come down here and get one.
Now, Strandberg.
I'm gonna shoot more vehicles because they're assholes right here. Actually, it should turn these guys around and allow me to get through the garage unseen. One last shot here. I'm sorry I can't exactly turn around and show you guys what's happening with these shots because this timing is really tight. Let's open this door with this spare explode. Whoa. Why am I having a problem with the insta-boom right now? Hope these guys didn't hear that. They didn't.
So, do we have an
Let's wait for this guy to turn his head.
Of course. I just don't see the need for all
There he
this.
goes.
And you don't have to. Orders are orders. Look, trust me.
One last hurdle right here. I need to get this propane tank, which is going to help the mystery process, into this control room right here. I am way ahead of this guard, so I didn't know if I was going to have time here, but I'm way ahead of him. As he's coming outside, I should be able to slip right behind him. And let's set it up here. There. Everything complicated at this point is now out of the way, and now it's just a matter of whether this works or not.
Hey, you're allowed to apologize, you know.
Try to avoid that camera. And there is one more trigger in terms of getting this interview crew moving here, and that is meeting them outside. Reza won't die until 8 minutes into the mission, so I had plenty of time to set this stuff up beforehand and then wait for these guys to move inside. So this really doesn't impact anything. Getting to them late.
Right. And you
Or later.
aim and shoot. This is it, guys. Big one.
They will proceed inside, and while I have a chance right now, I'm going to plant this explosive in the camera. Klaus seems to be the only one who can see through this and actually spot you doing this, so he has his back turned right now, so this is the perfect time to do it. If he is too close and he is sitting in his interview chair, then he will spot you planting that.
I must say I was surprised that
I had actually dreaded doing these challenges because I
adding fuel to
couldn't
the fire,
think of
I
a
should think.
way to make them
But that's
interesting.
not my call.
I anticipated they would just be nothing but getting the cameraman disguised and then following these
You'll be evacuated without-
people all the way here and then waiting for this interview to happen. Just a whole bunch of waiting and following NPCs, and I think I found a way to make it somewhat interesting. With the mystery process, and not only that, but the setup of the mystery process was cool to me too. Getting through the garage and getting the propane tank upstairs and all the timing stuff. That is part of the fun in doing these. Not only accomplishing the challenges, but trying to accomplish the challenges in ways that are creative or ways that you guys may not have seen before or considered.
Ah, Capital, you made it. Come on in. Come in, good. Pam Kingsley.
One more thing I want to do here.
I watch your show all the time.
These two NPCs back here have a conversation that is based on proximity.
Okay.
There, they started talking,
For high altitude.
and that will keep that at least keep that woman there for a little while longer, so I can set up the
Let's do this, shall we?
mystery process.
Where do you want me? The light is nice over here. Not that I want to tell you boys how to do your
All right,
job.
let's
Heaven.
get back here and make a save file and set this up. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I am going to use the flying phone. A pretty obvious breaching charges phone falling object. But basically, I spent a while trying to knock down this moose with just the breaching charge and the phone, and I couldn't make it happen, so that's where the propane tank comes in. The propane tank is situated right above the winch for the moose, and that is the only way I can make it fall. I can make it explode, no problem. But it doesn't have the same effect that the lamp in Hokkaido does. Magic confetti kill. Who the fuck knows how that one works? But I tried to get this to happen on its own, but the only way I could make this happen was by using the propane tank right above the winch. But let's get... Did I save already? I did. All right, let's get this set up. Okay, the breaching charge goes... Oh, I don't like this setup. Here.
Maybe we should check him for match.
And then phone in front of it.
I actually think he might have buried.
No.
Klaus is there, and let's try to make this happen. Got it. Please don't kill her. Thank you. That has been killing her too, but that was perfect.
Target down.
There's Klaus. And the timing for this razor kill should be really convenient. Hey, it's our old buddy Steve the intern. How you doing, Steve? How are you? Good to see you again. Don't go inside, Steve. It's ugly in there. Reza should die momentarily. This is why I chose the poison kill, because this timing works out perfectly. I said this timing works out perfectly. Come on, Reza, you can do it. He is sitting down. Looks like he's keeling over. There he goes. I'm going to wait a second for the unnoticed kill to go away. Or the noticed kill to go away. That should be good. Here we go. How'd we do? There is the challenge. That was pretty cool. I had anticipated using at least a save file or two to try to get that to happen. I have been killing that woman. I have been missing the fucking propane tank. But it worked. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I hope I'm recording everything, because that one was a pain in the ass, man. But let's, and I got Silent Assassin. Cool. Let's load up the save file and take care of the other one. I hope I remember how this one works, because I think there's a step that I always forget. It is probably remembering to turn on the camera or something like that. But let's load up this save file. You have to actually start the interview here and then trigger the explosion. I'm not going to get Silent Assassin with this. It's going to kill the cop that's right here, so I'm okay with that.
Look, it's a positive feedback.
That kill was really cool. That was the mystery process, the flying phone. Surprise, motherfuckers. As if you didn't figure that out already. This prompt should be here any second. There we go.
Roll when you're ready.
Wait for him to start talking.
When you got a sec? Think you could do something about the lights? Upstairs somewhere? Thanks, bud.
All right, so the challenge says during the interview.
Access to the consulate and first row seats.
The interview has
Nicely done.
commenced. Hope I can get this out of the way without getting spotted here and getting shot dead. There's a military detonator. Here we go. Klaus is dead. That usually kills that cop, too.
Target down. Next up, Reza Zaydan.
Steve, I told you to stay outside, man. It is ugly in there. Me and Steve go way back. Me and Steve are homies. And again, we already have the poison kill set up for Reza, and that should be just as convenient as it was
Press is here.
last time. There he goes.
Welcome. Hey, you watch it.
Everybody get the fuck out of the way.
Target's down. Now head towards an exit.
All right, that's that one. Did we get the challenge? Yeah, there is Drama Queen. Cool. Those are the two I was going for. We unlocked a bunch of other stuff. That was really cool because I was having problems with the flying phone kill. The moose was falling on top of that woman, or the setup would make the window explode and miss the propane tank. And I actually was trying to get that one to happen with the fire extinguisher until I realized that I could not, getting the fire extinguisher was like 1 in 10, and this strategy would have been a lot more torturous than it already was. But it turns out propane tanks have a larger range in terms of which they can be triggered to explode. So as long as I got that explosion explosion close to it, then it should have been close enough to make it go boom. But anyway, that's that. Glad this one worked out. That one was really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying watching these. Thanks for watching. This is CJ and I'm out. See ya! That was a terrible see ya. I am disappointed in myself.